Yes, this is the Reggae Shack, 100.1 FM, KTHX, Reno and Lake Tahoe, myradiox.com. DJ Tracy Moore with you, and right now, stepping into the Reggae Shack, strong and irie Jamaican reggae vocalist, Ruach Ru. Welcome, Ruach. How's it going tonight?
Good night, Tracy. I'm doing great. How about you?
Excellent. Okay, you're coming in loud and clear right now. That's good news to my ears. So I just wanted to thank you so much for stepping into the Reggae Shack, and welcome. And, you know, the first thing I have to bring up with you is something that we spoke about via email, and you even sent me a recorded message about, is your name. The spelling, it looks kind of like Ruach Ru, but it's not really pronounced that way. So what's your name all about? What's its origin? What does it mean? And, you know, what's it all about?
Well, first I have to say just thank you so much for allowing me to be part of your program this evening.
Yes.
Ruach is actually a Hebrew name.
Ah.
And in the Western pronunciation, it is Ruach. In the original pronunciation, it is Ruach with a k.
Yes.
You know, but it is referenced in the Genesis version of the Hebrew Bible, where it says the Spirit of God moved across the face of the waters. That Spirit in Hebrew is called Ruach. And it is actually a feminine pronoun that represents the Spirit of God. We're used to the masculine pronouns Elohim, El Shaddai, Yeshua, you know, God.
Yes.
But they're actually feminine names as well. And so it means spirit, breath, and life.
Ah, very nice. So is this a name you were born with, or under inspiration did you take on this name?
I took on the name. I grew up in church. My father was a reverend, but he was a man who loved to read, and he loved exploring theologies. And, you know, I kind of took that from him. I love the esoteric. And in my own journey, I did a lot of reading, a lot of searching. And one of my biggest questions was, as a female energy, as a female being, where is my place in all of this spirituality? The King James Version of the Bible gives us a really masculine version of everything. And in that quest, I came into, I found the Hebrew Bible and I was reading it, and there it was in Genesis, right up there, you know. And it answered my question, because I wanted to understand my place in this whole divine setting. And so
yes,
understanding that there's also a feminine aspect to the divine that is documented in religious scripture meant something to me.
Yeah.
And so I adopted the name over time, yes.
Nice, and it gave you something to connect to and draw from.
It connected me to everything. I mean, I can share with you one really interesting question that came from a discussion with a male. And he said to me, are there any female angels in heaven? I've never heard of them. I've never heard of them. I've heard of Raphael and Michael, and, you know, and so, you know, I think it was important for me to understand my place, you know, and so my quest, and so the discovery of other aspects of God.
I see, yeah. And it kind of informs the smoothness and power of your music right now. So, you know, that vibe that you're coming with in your music, how would you describe that? And, you know, how are the vibes for you as a rising artist on the scene these days?
Well, I write from experience. As I said before, I'm a lover of the poetic, the esoteric, and really, really just anything to do with creativity. You know, I may not be expert at it, but I love it. I love dancing. I love designing. I love, you know, you name it, I love it. And so all of that has come to bear on how I do music and the things that I write about. In my own journey, like everybody else, I've had my ups and downs. And one of the things I wanted to do with my music was to share as much of the lessons that I have learned in my life so far. So my messages are always positive, you know, and things that remind people that they have the power to be whatever they decide to be.
Yes.
We can create change. We can create anything that we desire to be, if we believe. And so that's what my music is about. It's just about positivity.
Yeah.
And it has been really exciting for me coming into the music industry. And there's a lot happening right now, which I'm so excited about, because more and more people are learning about me and my music and my message and falling in love with that. And that makes me really excited, because I believe once you put out something that is positive, people will love it. And so it's really gratifying what is happening right now with my music.
Yes, and it really gives people a chance to reach for things within themselves as well. It's very inspirational, like the song Sunshine that we just heard. I didn't realize that you do all your own lyrical writing, because the poetic quality of the lyrics in that is really nice. I mean, it's really great, and and the whole vibe of the song is inspirational. In fact, I mean, obviously it has a Caribbean and reggae feel, especially in that song. But for like example, in Sunshine, there's some other musical influences coming through there. So, how connected are you with straight reggae music, and how much would you say that, reggae is, or Jamaican music is developing into some other form that may or may not be recognizable as reggae music?
Yes. We have been blessed. Reggae was born out of the need for a people to express themselves. In it, and so it is at the core of everything that we are here in Jamaica. It is changing. Because change is a necessary thing, and so it is now. There's a lot that is happening. There's a metamorphosis that is happening. There's an explosion, and there's experimentation that is happening, because we're not isolated here in Jamaica. And as the younger generation comes into the music that has been left by those who came before us, they want to add their own flavor and their own interpretation and their own rhythm, their own inner musical rhythm to what has been left. And so yes, there's a whole lot that is happening, but it is still reggae, and we cannot avoid the influences that are around us. We listen to music from all over the world, and fall in love with artists and their music from all over the world, and that gelling and that creative flow that is happening now, I see it as positive. To me, it's not a threat at all. It is just us learning to communicate, on different levels. And so the core that is reggae will remain reggae, roots reggae, one drop, dub. Those things will never change, and you will always have people who love that. But for the younger generation, as they explore hip-hop and R&B and African rhythms, and you will want to experiment and create. And so it is an evolution. We are evolving musically.
And the nice thing about it is, one of the things I love about Jamaica in general, I've been there a number of times myself, and I think it's important to let my listeners know that I believe you're calling from Jamaica tonight, isn't that correct?
From Jamaica tonight.
Yes, enough love from the land of Jah.
Yes, straight from Jamaica up on the Reggae Shack tonight. We're excited about that right here. So the real thing is a calling, man. So, but yeah, what I really love about Jamaica is the freshness and genuine quality of the people in Jamaica, and this kind of new sort of evolved reggae Jamaican sound that's coming out still has that genuineness and that freshness. So I love it as much as I love regular reggae, and I love regular reggae.
Great.
Yeah. So cool.
It's one for me. I find it, one of the most powerful mediums to really talk about truth and change and positivity and that genuineness that I mean, in Jamaica we sing about everything. You name it, we put it to music, and whether it may be something cultural, we put everything into reggae. And I think that is one of the things that allows us as a collective, as a nation, to continue to grow, because music is really, really very important to the culture.
Definitely.
Here in Jamaica.
And the whole world is thankful for that, let me tell you. So it's a real pleasure to check out your music, Ruach. And the next track I'm going to spin for the listeners is my favorite Ruach Ru track, actually, called Hold Strong. It's a little bit more of a hard reggae track. What are your feelings about this number?
Oh, I love it. I love it too. Can I tell you, with each song, it's like a child. You love each one, because they each represent some part of you. And Hold Strong is all about just encouraging anyone, to, in those moments when you feel most vulnerable, when you feel most uncertain, when you feel most challenged. That's when you need to hold strong to those things that you do believe in. Hold strong to your dreams. Hold on, because, you can do it.
Yes.
And so it's a song of encouragement.
Great wisdom right there, coming from a woman who is in touch with her feminine divinity. Ruach Ru, coming straight from Kingston, Jamaica. Ruach, how best to link with your music?
Well, you can find my music everywhere. I'm on every digital platform, and I am all over social media. Anyone looking for me can just Google Ruach Ru, Ruach Ru. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Those are my major platforms right now. So, but I'm easy to find. And my website is ruachru.org.
Beautiful. Ruach Ru, thank you so much for stepping into the Reggae Shack this evening. I know we're going to talk again. Meanwhile, just keep that great music coming, please.
Yes, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. Also, and just big up and enough love to everyone tuned into Reggae Shack.
Yes, give thanks. Ruach Ru on the Reggae Shack tonight here on 100.1 The X. Right now, here is that wonderful track called Hold Strong. Check it.
Yeah, here's where I belong. When you see the arrows come, hold strong, hold strong. When the journey seems to take too long, so many faces in the crowd, and yet no one who says out loud.